Hey guys, Kuzo here, back with another live stream. Let everyone start rolling in here. Switch some things around here real quick. Alright. Do some doodling while we get some people in here. Just gonna doodle like a skull here. Hey guys, what is up? 26 people and rolling in. What's up, everybody? Hey, what's up? Got 38 people and still rolling in. 22 likes. Cool. Keep it rolling. Probably make the back of this head a little bit more elongated. His head's like the skull is more like that. That's where the ear is. The jaw comes down. Just doing some general skull practices here. Always helps out, you know. What is up? Where did you get that skull? Question mark. Are you talking about like if I used it for, if I had reference for it? Is that what you're talking about? Because I didn't use any reference for this, but I did use reference to learn how to do that. Hey, what's up, Louie? I had one hell of a day. Hopefully it wasn't too bad of a day. If it was, sorry. Hopefully it gets better tomorrow or throughout the night over there for you. He got the skills from his enemies. A bit of both. That kind of sucks. But hopefully it gets better, man. Yeet. A little stiff. And one of the biggest reasons why learning how to draw a decent skull helps is if I were to take this down and you actually study and see where eyes and stuff lie, you know that this is the nose ridge, so we can go like this if we really wanted to. And this mostly helps with, it looks weird at first, but actually going to pull that closer. This helps a lot from different angles. This is definitely a less stylized kind of Owen look. See, with that jaw structure, I made them look a little bit more mature, a little older. What am I drawing on? I'm drawing on the 2021 12.9 inch 256 gig iPad Pro. In no way do you need something like with this much power to have fun and actually learn how to draw and do commissions and stuff, unless you're high-end professional who's doing like CGI work. You can get away with doing a lot of this stuff. It's a cheaper tablet alternative, cheaper iPad alternative, which I definitely recommend still. Anyways, let's go off and we got 57 people and good to see everybody. Can you explain how you work in Clip Studio? I mean, there's not really much to go off of. I mean, I use the eraser, I use a pencil, eraser, you can create a canvas, and then you draw. There's not really a whole lot. Like, I use this pencil to this, actually it's oil paint flat brush to paint. Oh no, what did I do with it? I dropped it somewhere. That's not good. Oh no. Look what you've done to me. But yeah, I used the oil paint flat brush. And then I use the G pen to ink with. Oh well, I might have to, oh, there it is. See, I accidentally turned it into its own brush when it should be. Oil paint. I'm not sure how to bring this over to this palette, because you can't just drop it in. Oh, maybe I have to go here. Maybe I have to do this. Ah, yes. And then move that over to there. No? Do this. Ah! That was horrible. Right? I was afraid I wasn't going to be able to use it anymore. I was like, nah! I would have just gone to my computer and sent my same version over from my Clip Studio on my computer up here. So that's what I would have done. But yeah, I mean, it's pretty simple. My process isn't really that crazy. It's pretty standard process. I think most processes are pretty much the same. Like if I'm doing a page, I rough it out. You know, I draw it, then I ink it, then I do the blackouts, then I do the blackouts, doing the highlights, screen tones, stuff like that. It's really mostly just you want your stuff to look good, you need to learn, because on my side, it's saying it's not. Okay, it's still live for you guys. I'm tired of YouTube doing this. Okay, well, we're gonna continue drawing. That's pretty funny. Alright, well. Got 57 people in. Good to see everyone. Alright, so let's go ahead. Of course, like when I'm doing my manga, when I'm feeling on point and like really fresh and stuff, I can really go in and just not have to do like these roughs, and I could go straight into like drawing the character. But when I'm having a hard time, or if I'm really tired, or things just aren't clicking, that's why learning how to draw characters like this really helps with that kind of stuff, because it comes up to the point where it's really what you can fall back on. Let the fundamentals be your mentor. At least that's what I've done. Because I never had anyone to ask how to do anything. So that's how I know anybody else can do it. Because I'm not a genius over here or anything. I'm just some dude who put in the work. I mean, this itself is bad. This drawing. There's no real gesture to it. It's not pushed enough. It's... Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Let's bring both of the legs forward like this. Don't want to make the thighs too long. Put this behind my ear. What is up, everybody? A bit blurry is all. Let me see. Oh, it's doing better now. I think there was a period of like roughness. So I'm gonna get rid of this thing over here. So hopefully it looks better for you guys right now. This is just a weird pose. I can probably move on. Let's just do something weird like this real quick. It's supposed to be extremely random. Alright, there we go. How do I go about learning the fundamentals? Just go ahead and search them up. The biggest fundamentals you're going to want to learn is perspective, shapes and perspective, which is form, or which is perspective. Shapes and perspective is perspective. There are the rules of perspective, and then in order to practice perspective, you have to put things in perspective, which is shapes and perspective. So basically you want to learn perspective, shapes and perspective, form, such as, and you can look up these things. Form is essentially the area in which an object is, like understanding what its actual shape is, kind of like a 3D grid. But yeah, it's perspective, shapes and perspective, form. And then, so I would suggest learning that stuff for drawing. Because you learning how to draw simplified shapes in any perspective means you'll eventually be able to craft them into more complicated shapes. And what is a more complicated? So every shape is just basically a more complicated version of another shape. And so you being able to draw these shapes in their form in perspective will then allow you to go on to the other fundamentals, which is value and then color theory, which value is the thing that allows you to then apply color theory to, which is essentially painting. And you can look all that stuff up. Can you guess what I'm drawing here? Now you should be able to. Arm, silly me. Alright. Ah! That's super loud. A frogs. Thank you very much for the super chat, Louie, sending me a frog. I really appreciate it. How dare ye? Ah! Trying to grab the eraser. Bless me. Oh, goodness gracious. Sorry about that, guys. I came out of nowhere. We got 80 people in here. Good to see everybody. I don't like the gesture of this pose. I kind of want it to be pushed a little bit more. What's up? 73 people in here. Good to see everybody. Let's see what people are saying. Oh, awesome. I almost forgot you were streaming today. I was too occupied with Minecraft. It's all good, man. Good night. I'm from Brazil. I don't speak English, but I follow all your videos. Well, thank you very much. Good to see you here from Brazil. Have a good night, man. Do you prefer drawing digitally or physical paper? I like both. They both have their ups and downs. Honestly, sketching. I like sketching on traditional paper more. It's just what it is. Oh, Google thought I was talking to it. But yeah, I like sketching traditionally more than I do digitally. But I also like sketching digitally at some points. It's not bad, especially once you get more used to it. Alright, let's think of something. Been getting a little bit more warmed up here, so let's try to I'm gonna try to think about it a little bit. Come on, don't overdo yourself. trying to think and do this in a little bit less lines. Get the general position here. I don't like how small that face is. Ah, there we go. Alright, what's up everyone? We got 85 people and good to see everyone. Mood Lewis. Luis? Birth. Wait, what? Stream just paused, but it didn't. Hopefully it's back to normal? Stream lag. Oh no. Oh. Got accepted into an art. Okay, got accepted. Louis with a super chat. Got accepted into that art degree, by the way. I'm so hyped. That's awesome, man. Good job, dude. Definitely put all your effort in, man. That's always good, man. Also, thank you very much for the super chat just to say that. Goodness gracious. The super chat? Yeah, I got it. My internet is worse pickle. I thought he would look different because of his voice. He looks cool though. Oh gosh. Alright. Yeah, I don't know how much me showing my face has helped me or made things worse. See, I know people don't really care that much about the UFC here, but I'm super hyped about that fight with Conor McGregor. You, most people here have had to have at least heard his name. The reason why I talk about that a lot is because, like I said, they're like modern shonen stories. Like think about it. What you don't know is you think these guys are just like fighters fighting, but what you don't know is a bunch of these people are literally like a shonen character. They grew up, they're the misfits, they had fighting problems, they're angsty, they're literally Naruto. Like, Conor McGregor, he was poor. He took welfare from the Irish government. He was, correct me if I'm wrong. I think he had to get a lot of his teeth removed because he didn't have enough money to take care of them. And then he kept on telling his family that he was gonna make it big. And then bam, look at him. He's like one of the biggest stars ever in the fighting industry. Like literally a shonen story structure. And when I found out there's actually a lot of people in the fighting industry that have these stories, I've seen the fight with McGregor and Khabib. Oh yeah, that was a mauling. I'm not a big fan of wrestling and like grappling and stuff, because I feel like it's just like a guy like doing this to you the whole time. I know there's a lot of technique to it, but I don't know. I like it, in shonen where they're over there. They're not like hugging each other. They're like actually like full on, they're like throwing bombs at each other. Like in Dragon Ball Z, they're always punching each other. But you'd be surprised at how many great stories. Like there's a guy called Israel Adesanya. He has a pretty good story too, and he's a huge anime fan. Yeah, he calls himself the Style Bender. Israel Adesanya. He has a YouTube channel. He's a really good martial artist in the UFC. There is actually a fight in his earlier UFC days where he kneed this guy in the head, and then he rolled a Pokemon ball at him when he finished him off. But the bad part about that joke was he was doing it as like an act. But the problem is he kneed this guy in the head, and what he didn't know was he broke his head inward. He broke his facial inward, so he had a dent in his forehead. So it was a funny thing with a bad result in the end. I got a super chat from Studio Box Manga. Yo, Kuzo, I'm trying to make a manga, but every time I start, I always stop because I compare myself to others like Takashi Obata. There is no use probably at your stage to compare yourself to Takashi Obata. That is a problem of mine too. It's always good to look at them and compare yourself, but don't expect yourself to be on their level. Like, fear is the biggest thing that can control someone's life, and we have to learn how to fail faster. So there's a point where you kind of have to compartmentalize these feelings and learn how to control them in a very specific way. And definitely try not... There are some people who really need to not compare themselves to others. There's different character archetypes. There are people who have to compare themselves to others to inspire themselves to one day be like them. But there are some people where if they do that, they might see the disparity so much between them and that other person that it might hurt them and not make them want to go forward. Now, you comparing yourself to Takashi Obata, you're comparing yourself to someone who has had over 20 years in his career, and he was already a great artist before that. So you don't want to compare yourself to someone who is so much better. Like, I even if I compare myself to Takashi Obata, he's still way better than me, and there's still so much I have to learn. So you don't want to do that too much. But it is good to understand where your level set is. And me saying that he's so much better, you shouldn't compare yourself to someone like that. That's not to be like, oh my gosh, I have so much work to do. Of course there's always a lot of work to do. This stuff is never meant to be easy, you know? If it was easy, everyone would be doing it. It's, as they say, it's a marathon, not a sprint. it takes one step at a time. And I don't know who said this, but it was a quote that I liked. They said, they're like, how would you get as good as you are? Get to where you are? They're like, oh, I'm just the artist that didn't stop drawing. Now, that also means the person was the artist who didn't stop drawing, but also still strived to improve on each thing he did. Because just because you draw doesn't mean you're going to get to a really good professional level. You have to be actively critiquing yourself. I just drew 6 fingers on this hand. Actively critiquing yourself. But thank you very much for the super chat. I really do appreciate it. I would say if you keep on stopping a manga, I would suggest you doing something small that isn't something that you think is going to be your great project. Let's be real. You're not going to create your thing that people know you from with your first project. No, there's no way. It just doesn't happen like that. You have to have projects that are your build-up. So start with something small. If you have to start with something that's only 10 pages, do something that's only 10 pages. Do a fight scene. If you want to do maybe a one-shot, do a one-shot. You don't have to start a series, because that's a big project. Like I've mentioned to my friends a lot, sometimes I wish I had, instead of jumping straight into Bounty's Gate, doing a one-shot for it instead first. In fact, Bounty's Gate was supposed to be basically an experimental series for me to get better with, and then it turned into what it is, so... I have another story I really like called Novum that I put on the back burner because I think it has potential, and I went to do this one so I could get better to do that one. I said this one, but this isn't even Bounty's Gate. This is me just drawing some guy, which, by the way, has taken me way too long. But yes, thank you again for the super chat. Rock Lee pose, yeah, feels like it. Yeah, cracked his skull, bro. Yeah, there was literally a dent in his forehead. Throw back to that McGregor versus Mayweather fight. Yeah, I mean, he bit off more than he could chew. We need Corey back. I'm not sure who that is, but don't compare, just draw inspiration. Blah blah blah. Blah 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 blah. I'm not saying blah 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 towards you guys. I was just that's me like reading through the things. Yeah, there's a lot of different types of people. I see some people talking about stuff. Pokemon. Takashi also wrote Bakuman. I think that was, you're talking about he drew it. I believe Tsugumi Oba wrote Death Note and Bakuman. So Takashi Obata was the artist for Bakuman and Death Note. And Tsugumi Oba wrote Death Note and Bakuman. Big brain moment. I have much to learn, says Kosh. Did you take inspiration from Takashi Obata? Your art style reminds me a lot of Bakuman. Yes, I have taken inspiration from... My base was Naruto, and then Takashi Obata is one of my favorite artists, as well as I really respect Horikoshi. Really respect Horikoshi right now. Now, see if I can get like a... Here, let me just pull in the ink. What time is it? Alright, we're going to be streaming probably for another 15-ish minutes. But let's pull in some inking here. Let's have some fun. But trying to control that, trying to control that like level of inking where it's where you've got the thin to thick, very thin. Sorry, I got a state notification on my phone. Well, okay, so there's a criminal on the loose, and they're letting us know. You about to get killed if you need this guy. Okay, well, thank you very much, State, for that nice little reminder. Good thing I'm at my home. Anyways, Amber Alert, yeah. Has anyone here seen Loki series? I have not seen Loki series. Check it out sometime, but I don't think I have the streaming service to watch it. You know, this ink is starting to look decent. Oh, my leg. Oh, my leg. Does anyone know what my username means? I do not know what your username means. He will use 3D shapes to protect himself. Bro, why is it so hot? Bro, why is it so hot? They're talking about, man, dude, I do not like how it's like 99 over here. Fahrenheit, not Celsius. I don't know what that is, Celsius. Okay, Google, what is 100 degrees Celsius? No, hold on. Okay, Google, what is 100 degrees Fahrenheit in Celsius?
100 degrees Fahrenheit is 37.778 degrees Celsius.
It's 37.777 degrees, or degrees Celsius over here. Not fun. Because I know most of you, like, there's a lot of you over here, especially like the Lou Meister over here. He's in the Celsius areas. I use Procreate. My biggest issue is inking the line art. My rough sketch looks better. Yeah, I mean that. First of all, Procreate is not the best to ink with. It's just not. I would say I would go as far as even like Medibang is better to ink with. Close, new canvas, new, done, and let's like quickly like. Just getting a little Owen sketch here. Oop. Just trying to get a quick sketch and I'm messing up on the hair. There, that's decent enough. I think I can work with that. So I would say that even inking on here, and the reason why I say inking on here would be even better is because let's go to pen, G pen. Let me fix this up so that way I like it. Ooze. Let's see what minimum width. Let's go up a little bit higher minimum width, a little bigger in size. Let's go down on minimum width, pressure. No. Let's see what ooze. Alright. Now, this also has a stabilization feature. It also has a pressure sensitivity gauge here. Now, can I find this? Can I find this pressure sensitivity? This stabilization feature. It has to be around here somewhere. Ooze, brush settings, more correction. Here it is. This is the general correction. Alright, so me fixing that up there now. Now that I got this correction, it gives me some pretty... Oh. Gives me some pretty clean lines here. I think I might take it down a little bit. I think I might have gone too thin with the lines. Maybe I should have gone a little thicker. I'm going to take some of this correction off, actually. It has better stabilization, in my opinion. And I think I kind of want to go back and try to make this look a little bit more... yeah, there we go. More, G-penny. G-penny. So this has the, if you don't want to buy or pay for a Clip Studio, this has the closest inking system to that, like for sure. But there, I'm gonna say one thing. This has a pretty bad perspective ruler system. And Procreate's perspective ruler, 100 times better than this. This perspective ruler is complete, utter, it's just not good. I don't know what they're thinking. Creating shapes in Procreate, way better. Inking, this is the best free inking program. I have heard that OBS Paint is good. I have not used OBS Paint. I've seen some of the ruler systems and it looks pretty legit. And I'm pretty sure you can make a brush similar to this. I think that one's a one-time payment like Procreate. I think it's like $20. You might want to look into it if you do go to do anything. But yeah. And one good thing about this is it has the ability to really like his hair reminds me of Denki and Sora. I don't know who Denki is. I know who Sora is. Yeah, a lot of people have that very similar kind of Sora hair, like Sasuke, uh, Cloud, about, probably like 50 other anime characters. But you can really see, like, at least I feel it in my strokes. This is I've done manga pages on Procreate, so I know what I'm talking about when it comes to, like, how I don't like. I'm not a big fan of how it feels, but no, that's not what I wanted. Yeah, there we go. Done. Deselect. Is my iPad's getting hot. But I would suggest, if you can get Clip Studio, get Clip Studio. I mean, it's, if you're an inker, it's worth $8 a month. Like, let's be real. It is so worth it if you're someone who inks or wants to do manga or comics. It is bred for that. It is made for that purpose. I know people don't like the monthly charge, but there's a reason why so many manga artists use it. But one of the things I like about the inking in this is I can get these hatch lines real tight knit. Vocals? Oh gosh, that was good. Okay. It's so good, and it's probably got one of the best stories in Jump. I don't know what you're talking about. I wonder if you're talking about one of the new mangas. Yeah. I knew that was gonna get people talking. I use IBS Paint. That's cool. Hopefully it works out good for you. I mean, I haven't ever used it. It could be good. I've just been so... it's just... Platinum End isn't in Jump. I think it's not specifically in, like Shonen Jump. It's from Shueisha still. But yeah, I don't think it's specifically in Jump. I think it's in more of an adult thing. Because it's like monthly, right? I have it on laptop, and man, do I love Clip Studio, but I much rather use it off. of my laptop, so I wouldn't have to pay monthly. It helps with my back posture more with using a graphics tablet. Yeah, I mean, my iPad is my primary drawing station. When I say primary, I mean like I only draw on this. I used to draw on my graphics tablet or my Cintiq, which by the way does not work anymore, but this has just gotten so good to the point where I just love it. Anyways, enough with this drawing. And these took some time, but you can actually see the difference in the ink, the way I ink them. You can actually see the difference, and this is Procreate with my ink brush on Procreate. I notice that wiggle. I have to be so much more careful. Now I can turn on Streamline here higher, but what it does is if you look at the way, okay, do you see that? It has this like pull to it. So if I go fast like this, it has this like vector pull to it, and I can't get this like. Notice when I do this, this is rounded. I'm literally doing a direct pivot, direct pivot, and I can't get it, which is very frustrating. You have to go very slow to get the pivot, and you can learn how to ink properly on this. It's just not something I'm very fond of. I use it for painting though, like straight up painting, very great painting, because you don't need the technical skills. Also, one thing I wish Clip Studio has, that this has, is shapes. That is dope. Oh, right there, that's sick. And then being able to do this for an ellipse, and then being able to, if you go like this and then make an ellipse, you have the option to edit it, and you can like move it around. You can like do this, do this. Super cool. I really like that ability, although that looks a little weird. What's going on with these dots? But I really like that. Best singer. I love OBS. That's cool. That's cool. I haven't used it yet. Are you using a custom pen? Yes, all these are custom pens, but just letting you guys know, I do have to get going here. It was super fun chilling, but I'm gonna have to get rolling. It was fun. I wish we would have just gone ahead and finished this one, but I did kind of like that little demo we did. But once again, Clip Studio, just love the inking on it. But I probably will be, what day is it today? Probably will be streaming again tomorrow, so look forward to that. That'll be fun. But we're at 118 people. Let's try to get it up to like 130 tomorrow or something. But in any case, it's been super fun, and I hope to see you guys all back here again tomorrow around the same time. Probably going to be at 6 MDT though. Could hop in early, not sure, but yeah. In any case, hope you guys are having a good day or night wherever you live, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out.